everybody knew what a downwinder was. We were the anti-nuclear capital of the world. I was an autistic kid. My father was a drafted United States Marine, an incredible man. I come from an incredible family. My uncle stood on Omaha Beach on D-Day. I grew up on a huge ranch out by the lake. He was a beautiful, incredible person. He was at Pendleton, combat ready, and they were human guinea pig. They were marched into the trenches in Nevada. They're called atomic veterans. He nearly died at the blast. Between 1951 and 1968, we had 300 open-air tests. Well, as different scientists started to write about this, Wallace Stegner was at the University of Utah at the time. I got to know him. Edward Abbey was hanging around there. I got to know him. I got to know all these environmentalists, and I was an environmentalist, and it was a passionate, intense subject matter there.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Bloomgate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Bloomgate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. They'll be calling you a radical. May God have mercy on all of your souls.
Nuclear power was evolving. We were promised, oh, this can't happen. It will never happen. We cannot have a meltdown.
Well, good morning, all you dogma snuggie wearers. I hope there's a few that have crawled out. And if you're, if you're the average America Vespucci sheep that's gone along with the mainstream posturing and grooming for 30 years, up is down, black is white, it's all upside down, and they flip the entire field, and there's no reality. Total 100% unconscious, no connection with the environment whatsoever, no connection with any reality whatsoever. I wouldn't listen to this show, because it'll scar you. And not only will it scar you, your dogma burgers won't taste near as good, and you might freaking live an extra 20 years. You're all killing yourselves. I mean, literally. Here is the most, of course, I live in the heart of it, by the way. Utah is the most insane, unconscious, complete lying freaking bubble in all of humanity's history. The United States of America is the most evil nation in the United States. Now. I'm talking now. I'm not talking in the past. This is an ebb and flow situation. It'll change when all these ignorant baby boomers are dead and echo boomers. The ignorance can't go on. It won't. It won't. And this is just an abstract freaking bubble of fools. But they're poisoning the world for all time and eternity. Okay, so the eagles return here. It's a big deal, the American eagle, it is a big deal. They're spectacular animals, really spectacular animals. What's not to love about those things? My God, those legs on them, they're incredible creatures. There's a reason. All you got to do is go back to the natives. See which ones they put the feathers up on. Oh, they knew. So, the poisoned eagles in Maryland, 13 of them dead. So here's KUTV, the #1 news station in Utah. On their website, lead story, $30,000 growing reward for person who found out who poisoned it. Oh, this is horrible. This is so horrible. All right, they can look out their studio. Look out their studio, Farmington Bay. Look out there, the greatest eagle collapse of the great American bald eagle in the history. And this is saying a lot in the history. Remember DDT, what they did, Tim Rachel Carson? In the history, has happened right here in the last 3 years. Not a peep, not a word, They had Eagle Day here. On Eagle Day, there were no eagles. They still had it. Kids come from the school. See, that's where an eagle used to fly. That's where a eagle used to nest. You remember that? We could just show you pretty pictures on television, put on it. So they're bitching about the eagles, poisoned 13 of them in Maryland. They're right in their backyard. I keep track. Now, you think about it. There's people that are paid to keep track by the feds that don't do it. There's a story out this morning about a guy who's running the recorder's office in Salt Lake City that doesn't even record it. He's just got a secretary that does all the work, and whatever. That's how all these people operate, and he's never there. I mean, that's how it is. It's serfdom. Hello? They got these fucking jobs, and none of them do anything. They do zero. You know, they got a computer that runs everything. They got a secretary. They got they call in, or, you know, they're fine. They travel on your dime. That's what. So, right here, Farmington Bay, we get between the worst numbers ever were in the 340s, I believe. But it's typically between 500 and 800. Them are normal, healthy numbers. You know, they migrate from Alaska. Remember, they were staggering, freaking dead, poisoned. Obviously poisoned. Now, I talked to the guy in New York who talks about West Nile. Now, they blame it on the dead grebes. Grebes are a stored creek. What killed all the grebes? I ask these people all the time, and they're blaming it on West Nile. So I ask guy West Nile. In fact, we don't even know what West Nile is. I says, well, I got a hunch that West Nile is probably some chemical reaction from Dugway and or nuclear fallout. He says, you're on it. That's exactly what. He says, it's a mutation. This is a guy that fucking named it West Nile. And so, 8 this year. Last year, 55. Me and my grandson, my little 4-year-old grandson, that's who we kept track. And we talked to the Rangers out there, and the Rangers don't, by the way, the Rangers don't give a fuck out there. They don't care. The one guy says, I'm glad to get rid of these fucking scavengers. That's what he said. The head ranger of Farmview Bay says, I'm glad to get rid of these fucking scavengers. That's what he said, and there's guys out there in their fucking boats, and they got fucking dead ducks, skeletons all over, call themselves the murder gang, and just slaughter. By the way, it's against the law to shoot a fucking waterfowl in Utah and not eat it, not dress it, not take care of it. They just fucking dump them all over. Just kill to kill, which is against the law. They don't give a fuck here. They really don't give a fuck. So, 8. That's how many I counted. Now, the people that are supposed to count, get paid to count, says, well, we're not counting this year. And I says, why? Well, we're doing a little bit of remodeling on the building, so we don't have to go. So what do? Oh, well, we're just working out of our homes. Why? There ain't not going to work. I mean, it's unbelievable. 55 last year, 8. 8. You heard me, 8. What are they? They're fucking dead. You see any media covering them? No. Totally abstract. Fucking completely gone. So this is important. The other batch of Hillary's emails got released. I love people all over. Can you send me a link? I mean, do I need to fuck your wife and mow your fucking lawn? I mean, it's unbelievable at your fingertips. Do you know how to Google something? I mean, it's incredible. What's Balco? I mean, like, you show the keyboard in front of your fucking. I mean, how fuck? This is the most. There's more fucking information at people's fingertips, and they don't become fucking smarter, they become more ignorant. How is that even possible? How is that? It's called dogma. It's a disease. It's a sickness. It's ignorance, but it's a disease of the brain. They are hypnotized into a dogma state that their mind will automatically process whatever fucking story comes across. They can already, their minds have been so conditioned by Operation Foxconn News, CNN, KSL, fucking contemporary newspapers, that their mind will automatically process whatever comes across into fit their fucking dogma. That's a sickness. That's a disease of the brain. It's an actual physical disease. And not only does it do it, it makes them obese, it makes them ugly, it makes them creepy, and it makes them live much, much less. I mean, they die 20, 30 years earlier than they should. And it falls into their, I learned this guy. I got to tell you this story. I think he stole my coat, too. My good brown coat's missing. I mean, that's an old, historic, beautiful coat. Sitting in the coffee shop, and this guy comes in. He's got this little dog. And he's an older, you can tell he's your typical old bedhead California hippie crap. He got tattoos all over him. And even on the top of his head, and he's a pretty big dude. And he walks in, he's a little bit older than me, walking with a cane like he's a fucking crippled up fucker. Comes in, just strikes it, the dog right there, and he says, yeah, my attack dog. And I says, yeah, I'm real fucking, right up good. I says, oh, fuck, you're scary. That attack dog and those tattoos on your face, I'm really fucking scared. My knees are fucking knocked in. Ooh, and I caught him off guard. Because these guys fucking got tattoos. They think that intimidates people. I remember a long time ago, the first time I saw a guy with a tattoo on his face and got all stupid with me, act like he was going to intimidate me. I said, dumb fucker, I'll knock the tattoos off your fucking face. I mean, they're obviously overcompensation fucked up people. So he comes in and immediately, I don't know where this fucking cat comes from, starts going to this rant about medicine. and his sickness and blah, 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 and cancer, of course. I just sit, listen. You know, that chemo does nothing but kill people. That's all it kills me. Got the special drug from freaking Canada. Like, had hepatitis C, had fucking cancer, had this, blah, blah. Went down and they cured me. You know, I just sit and listen to him. And I said, well, you know, at ML De Nouveau, give him 2 months to live. You know, sure, oh, you took that chemo? Yeah. Oh, whoa. You know, I'm alive. You know, the dogma is, I mean, what do they call it? Moderation? Balance? You know, be able to siphon through the information. So, the other batch of Hillary's emails come out yesterday. Okay, now get this. The direct emails of the Justice Department has decided are top secret, can't go through. There's not very many of them, 20 or 30 of them. But a lot of them are right in the Fukushima dynamic time frame. And a lot of them are going back and forth with Obama. So, there's an email. Now get this. Now this is important. This story's out this morning. This story's on the wire this morning. The Huffington Post is regurgitation of a story by one of the Japanese mainstream media that is quoting a bullshit fucking study that is really not even a study. You remember here quite a while back there was Japanese, was funded by TEPCO themselves, did a study, and I said the day they did this study and they reported they were going to dig up some soil from right by the Fukushima plants. And I says, ain't going to matter. The ocean currents are dragging this shit so fucking far out there. You're just as contaminated in New York City as fucking probably more than you are next to the plant by now. And so they put this fucking report out that the bottom feeders have quite a bit of fucking cesium still on. They're always studying cesium, by the way, and some of the other fish, but it's not that fucking much of the amounts, which it's same old. It's TEPCO funded the study. So it's worthless. I mean, I'm an old stats guy. You know, anytime you do a study, whatever, anytime it's tainted by any kind of bias whatsoever, you know, a student come into my class in the day, back when I was teaching Cooley's #1 program in the fucking country, and they come in and we says, hey, we're going to do a study, blah, blah, blah. Who's funding the study? That's the first question. And if they say, well, just like the guy down there at the Kelp study at Santa Barbara, he come out and says, in his interview all over fucking local television in Southern California, he says, we're expecting not to find it. Second he says that, before, we're expecting not to, that's called a bias. The study is totally 100 fucking percent worth. It's the same thing as you filtering through your fucking watching, any story comes through, the brain automatically fucking filters through it all, runs it into its fucking dogma place, and could spin it into right pill, fucking left pill, fucking red, blue pill, whatever your dogma is, and it will take it there. And the baby boomers are the best in the world at doing it. It's a cognitive discourse that is all fucked up. So, the story is regurgitated by the Huffington Post. Now, hear me, this is really important. There is one of Hillary's emails out there to her friend that says this. The Huffington Post, they're admitting they're feeding information to the Huffington Post. Ariana, now let's make sure you know this. The Russian girl is friends with Clinton's. You know, and how did she pop up? I mean, she's as CIA as it gets. And I'm telling you, she's CIA propped up. Okay, well, what was the Huffington Post? All the Huffington Post is exactly what you do on your keyboard, exactly what I do. All they do is search around, take stories, and gather and put it together. How could that become a multi-billion-dollar business? Same old players. So she says they're feeding stories via the Huffington Post, fake, false stories. So they feed a story about Bill Clinton's foundation and how they stopped AIDS. So she says, just like we intended. That's her words, exact words. Just like we intended, the Huffington Post has run this story about Bill and his foundation and the stop of AIDS. Just like we intended. Criminal? Fuck, that's beyond criminal. So, I want you to answer me this. If, you know, we all grew up in the Cold War, and fucking Russians are no good, you know, all of them. No good fucking commie Russian fucking cheating, fucking Olympics fucking cheating, fucking, that's all they ever do, them fucking no good Russians. You know, Khrushchev, Putin, what was his name? The big, dark, bushy eyebrowed freaking guy in the 70s and the 80s. No good, right? I mean, they're the enemy. They are the fucking enemy of all enemies. What if a Russian woman from Russia, born and raised in Stalingrad, decided to take the entire field economically? And the guy started fucking following every word that this Russian said, every word for word out of her mouth, and to become the political, economic doctrine of this country. What was her name? Anne Rand Paul? Anne Rand Greenspan? Yeah, that Russian science fiction writer who was totally insane. That woman was fucking mentally ill as they get, and not in a good way crazy. Completely insane. On public assistance, never claimed to be a science fiction. What if a woman, Russian woman, born and raised over there in the whole fucking no good commie Soviet fucking Union, the enemy, came over here and found a fucking billionaire who was married and started having sex with him so he would marry her, leave the other wife, and marry her so she could get citizenship. Then he would run for president. Would you vote for him? I mean, fuck no, we even fuck that. That's how the Russians do it. They're going to fucking do an anchor baby. That's how the Mexicans do it, right? Right? They come over, them illegals, they get them an anchor baby, right? Who's Trump's wife? What about a guy who stands on the fucking pulpit and says that America needs these fucking jobs, and he gets it right, by the way, on tariffs. Oh, he does get it right on tariffs. And says, you know, the exploitation of labor is outrageous, blah, 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 who has literally thousands and thousands and thousands. What about a guy who runs for president of the United States who fucking breaks the law every single day, thousands and thousands and thousands of times, violates United States labor laws every day, which are under the penal fucking system that fucking exists, fucking you go to jail for? What about a guy who does that fucking thousands of times a day, every day? Donald Trump. All his casinos, all his fucking buildings, all his resorts have so-called illegal labor being paid cash. That's against the law. Federal law, state law, California fucking law. Well, why? Why they turn their back? The fucking laws. What about Hillary Westinghouse Clinton, who fucking says, as the head of the State Department of the United States, the Secretary of State is saying we're feeding fucking false information to a Russian, and put it out on the wire. Which, I mean, what the fuck? Where'd that fucking gone? This is how fucking red pill, blue pill dogma, how'd that happen? The box, Operation Foxconn. CNN comes out and admits. CNN says we got out of the news business a long time ago. CNN says it. We work for the corporations now. I mean, that's our business model. He says it. He admits it. You know, that's our business model now. We have to make money. We're fucking out of the news business, and what we do is we just take money to fucking propagate as propaganda, you know, task provide. That's what we do. They admit it. They say it. Who taught them how? Well, not Fox News. Fox News is a total 100 fucking percent CIA operation. I can prove it. Operation Foxconn. You know, they're the most un-America, most anti-United States, Hamilton, Jefferson, fucking Washington, but up is down in this country. This country is so fucking backwards. Everything is fucking completely flipped upside down. Right is wrong, left is right. Fucking, I mean, it's just complete. I mean, how could they possibly do it? Orwell and Balco. Oh, they did it. Because the average American, United States citizen, has fucking dogma in their brain. Their cognitive discourse has been wired. They're fucking hypnotized. They're brainwashed. It's like a Mormon here. You know, I grew up Mormon right here on the fucking family ranch. I mean, we're talking, my grandma was like Potter's last grandchild. Ella Potter Hunsaker. Abe Hunsaker the fourth. Abe without Abe first is, I mean, incredible fucking bloodlines. Moses Tracy. You know, Wheatley Blanch, the very first fucking guy here living with little. These are my family. I still live on the family place. Biggest ranchers in the whole western United States. They sure weren't the fucking Mormons that raised me. Now, so these fucking Mormons now, you can't even, they're bleeding members. People are diving out of the church. They're fucking, so I go down there as a Mormon. I'm still a Mormon. They haven't kicked me out. Why haven't you kicked me out yet? I used to be on their fucking historical advisory committee. Used to go off, I know Merlin Jensen personally. Merlin, he's a brilliant guy. They're trying to rewrite history. The fucking Mormon church sold out to the CIA, and I can prove it. And I can prove it through Ezra's tap fencing. That's when they sold out. Completely sold out, big data. The same time, look, the ties go back to the Bush family. Now, I'm going to get into this a little bit today. I'm hesitant to do this because these are my books that I was working on that I was going to write before I got cancer, before the Fukushima I was working, because I could tie it all into the fucking murder of my father, me getting leukemia, the Bush crime family. And so I'll tell some of my fucking hard fucking work. It took me decades to uncover this. So you can go back, not to Prescott Bush. You can go back to Prescott's grandpappy. Okay? Skull and Bones, Harvard. Okay, he was a preacher. He was a writer. He was a religious writer, which was all the rage in 1825. By the way, knew Joseph Smith. The guy who started the fucking Mormon Masons. Now, hear this. This is important. Of course, everybody then, now, secret society, because they're fucking that hypnotized. In those days, the whole fucking world knew that the French Revolution, the American Revolution were Mason wars. They were fucking totally 100% Masonic. Napoleon was a Masonic, all of them, and they broke fucking ranks away from the fucking Royals. Anybody knew that. George Washington, all of them, every one of them, anybody with anything. So the original counterparty, which evolved to be the Whig Party, remember the Whig Party? What was the Whig Party before it was named the Whig Party? The anti-Mason party, the anti-Masonic party. That's right. Well, they would never get anywhere, would they? Let's see. They had a president of the United States. Fillmore was from Lord Fillmore, the anti-Masonic candidate. So, and it was just common fucking knowledge. Everybody fucking knew. Well, this new fucking group, which bled back and forth through the Masons, of course, Skull and Bones, and they have, there's three of them actually, but it ties back to one guy, a guy named Russell. Okay, so Russell and Bush's grandpappy put this baby together. Well, it evolved going along. They started to get power through fucking wealth a little bit, but the holy fucking grail came along in the 1930s. It was called the nuclear bomb. So these guys are smart enough to understand. They see the writing on the fucking wall. They see, and it all falls into Mormonism. Here, I can write 10 books. I'm gonna. I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to get clearer fucking now. I've been battling fucking AML de novo in my body. I've had that wolf on me for fucking so long, and, I want to quit the fight, and I know better. You don't quit the fucking race when you get to the 8th pole. I'm not going to get tagged on the wire coming up the fucking rail. I'm not Seabiscuit. Or maybe I am Seabiscuit. So, they see the writing on the wall of nuclearism. Now, remember, the CIA came about, in the 40s? These are the people that invented the CIA. This is the CIA. The Bush family is the CIA. Period. The Mormon Church is the CIA. Period. You think all this conspiracy, it's fucking common knowledge. So they fucking got smart and bled into the evangelicals. Joel sees CIA as it gets. All of them are. How could you possibly stand on the pulpit and say, Jesus died so I could be rich, let's go mass murder and colonize fucking his own people? Jesus has blonde hair and fucking blue eyes, right? Jesus builds malls, right? Jesus slaughters his own people in the Middle East, right? Jesus was a capitalist, right? Jesus didn't feed the hungry, didn't feed the fucking afflicted, right? Jesus fucking wore hairspray, brown-haired, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, who slaughtered people for no reason. White phosphorus on his own fucking man, was a murder man. Jesus was all about usury. Buy here, pay here. Car lots. He owned car lots right here. 580% interest, right? Well, he had to, because that's what the evangelicals and that's what the Mormons, they say they're Christ-like. They say to be born again, they say you have to be Christ-like. That's what I was taught, to say Christ-like. So if you're Christ-like, because that's what you do. That's exactly what all of them do. So that's what Christ must have meant, right? This is how insane this is fucking gone. This mass murder military industrial complex, but it's all about nuclear. And the cover-up of Fukushima is the holy grail. I'm telling you. Nobody wants to fucking hear it. And, you know, maybe 10, 20, fucking 30 years from now, people will look back, oh, wow. It's the holy grail. It is the great equalizer. The madmen went too far. As I say, the control freaks are out of control. The control freaks on 3/11/11 lost control. They've lost control. Now, so, go ahead and Google it if you're on your keypad. Where did Russell go from Yale? What? The AC in California? The Agricultural College in California? He went and became the first president of what we call Cal Berkeley. Cal Berkeley is 100% has grown up from fucking simply the atomic nuclear industry. 100%. The three-headed snake there. You know, Livermore, the fucking labs. That's all it is. By the way, you know, I just found this out from my friend Rex, as I've been hiking California while I was dying, full of fucking animals, trying to document the death of the Pacific Ocean. He met a kid, my friend Rex, who we protested at Livermore on day 1000 at Fukushima. And this guy had been coming to me, hiking the Pacific Trail the entire time. He got cancer at the same time I had 20. I didn't know this until he'd been talking to me, posting on my videos all over. He made almost the whole trail at the end and he died. Well, he's got famous. They call him Astro at Berkeley. He was studying at Berkeley to be one of these. He was an astrophysicist. Now, you think about the irony of this. They're the people that gave him fucking leukemia. And I'll get into that here in just a second, how they gave him leukemia at Berkeley. So he died on the fucking trail. Fucking the very people that murdered him. Studying at Berkeley. People are willing to participate. Now, this is a state, federally funded university. It's not private like Harvard and Yale, the head of the fucking snake. Other fucking head of the snake. But, you know, you think... Simply look this up. So Russell. He's the guy. What? The guy who invented the CIA. The guy that... They knew. They knew it was all nuclear. This has evolved into the greatest power structure, cash cow in human history. Now, when people going down the fucking rabbit hole and say, oh, they fucking caused fucking Fukushima. No, they didn't. I mean, they caused the meltdown. I mean, this is the arrogance of the baby boom, the echo boomer in our generation. Somehow you believe the tsunamis don't happen. Somehow, you don't believe a 9-point earthquakes happen. What? I mean, of course they fucking happen. They happen all the time. Why would they build nuclear reactors in Japan? They're arrogant. They're experimental island after the bomb. So, how is it possible? Now, we know the Roosevelts were all fucking Masonics, right? I restored the 1905 Masonic Temple fucking here. I could write 10 books here. By the way, I'm blackballed by the Masons here. Joe Smith was a Mason when he gave this fucking Mason signal while jumping out of the fucking window. And by the way, Joe Smith was killed by his own people. You know, the story that he was killed by fucking... No. He was killed by other Mormons for fucking looting and stealing all their money and fucking their wives. You know, so... Emma stayed there. She caught him fucking a 14-year-old. I mean, they were on to this fucking lying, thieving rat. But these people got tricked in Europe, like my parents, whenever you read their journals. They came all the way across, pushed handcarts, starved to death, fought, and they made the desert bloom. They made the most of it, and they made the best of it. And the Mormon expansion story is so much more than fucking the Mormon tale. It is the Great Western Expansion, Bernard DeVoto, right here, Ogden, across the Missouri. That's him. Yeah, Ogden. So, you know, you've seen Reverend in the movie? It's all based on right here. Jedediah Smith, fucking Chimber, right here. Fuck, that's based on the fort right here, Fort Bonaventura, right here in Ogden. All here. They were fucking the first ones here long in the 1820s. Rocky Mountain Fur fucking Company. I have a leather buck, by the way, at fucking Old Town. So it all evolves to where? Berkeley. Now, hear me. This is really important. When Fukushima happened, there was a fucking professor down there who went rogue. He went rogue. He started driving up where the dairy farms are, up near Sacramento, all over, him and his students, and he required students, and they started taking milk samples immediately, right after Fukushima. So there's a bunch of CIA rats who call themselves the Atomic fucking Open Air fucking Test Society. They're CIA fucking rats who have symposiums. Another, they got the fucking tapped in the ground. All the ICANN, Helen Caldecott, Chris Busby, Gunnar Shields, they're all fucking pseudo de facto funded by the nuclear industry, and I can prove all this. And I've been in this my whole fucking life. And so they started reporting that they were picking up in Sacramento on day fucking 12, or excuse me, on day 1 within 12 hours, already picking it up. I posted it. You go to my video I did on where I'm standing by the pond where I have same old Samo's shirt on, Jean-Michel shirt on by the pond. That's still my favorite video. I did that on March 15, 2011. I have it tagged inside. Now, they pulled it down since. So he was gathering the data on the milk. Now, we know when, and I did video after video of that. I had my 2 daughters, both were pregnant simultaneously with my first 2 grandsons. You know, they were due to have babies in March of 2011. Fukushima happened. I'm like, oh my God, no. You know, I grew up here on a dairy farm and a fucking ranch. I still live next to these corporate welfare whore dairy farming rats. You know, there was a reason I refused to drink milk when I was a kid. You know, and I wouldn't. It's poison. Now we know this. So the very first thing, class, let's go back to 7th grade science. The cow eats. What's the synergistic effects? The fucking, you know, the whole cycle class. Photosynthesis, you know, they eat the grass, the radiation contaminates, it goes inside their body, it fucking synergizes inside the body, and it comes out stronger in the mama's milk. That's a cow. That's you, mamas. That's mammals. So, we know that. It's the best way to detect. We know they covered up in 1960s, the milk all the way across here was lit up like a motherfucker. Big time. And we wonder why we have so much cancer. They hide the cancer rates. They fucking hijack the way they report obituaries in the Utah paper. These people are insane. They're fucking insane because they're all going to fucking heaven and getting their own their planet chasers, getting their planet, calling their women in and getting their 20 fucking virgins. Look up their doctrine. Joseph Smith. It is not only every man's right to fucking have 10 virgins, every man's fucking duty to find the 10 virgins. Joseph Smith. These people are insane. They've completely lost their fucking Christian values. They completely lost their fucking way. They're fucking mass murder, haters, fucking rob from each other, stealing, fucking buy here, pay here, usury fucking devils. They are the Satan. The Mormon Church is Satan. The evangelical Joel Osteen is Satan. They are Satan. Cal Berkeley is Satan. They are Satan. There's no fucking arguing it. That is whatever forces the evil force. I don't care what doctrine you go into. The nuclear industry in Cal Berkeley is the evil of all evil. So, by the way, they have my father's tonsils there in a jar. For real. All the fucking original atomic veterans they drafted, fucking Ublabrad, not the ones you see on the fucking videos, which I got those videos released in the 90s. That's my work. You fucking finding them now. No, they put 40,000 of them at the blast with field hospitals right there. Cut their fucking tonsils out. Fed them fucking LSD. Fucking iodine tablets. Tried fucking... They're all dead. They all fucking died of leukemia. These are the guys, the original blast. My dad, one of them. Now we know their kids are all dying, and nobody will talk about us fucking kids. Today's the Marshallese Remembrance Day. Yay, yay. Which they're still guinea pigging them in Marshallese, but... Oh, and I talked to Holly, who's the world's foremost expert. Ask Helen Caldicott. She says she is. Because Helen Caldicott's one of the biggest frauds that ever walked. So she says, and I know Helen personally, she's a fraud. Yeah, you heard me. A fucking total fraud. 100% fraud. A year ago today, she told me right to my face, Kevin, my investors don't like the word Fukushima. We can't talk about Fukushima. We're not talking about Fukushima. This is not the place to talk about Fukushima. We're not talking about Fukushima. I said, how can you not talk about Fukushima and you call yourself anti-nuclear? I'm a baker. What's a cake? I'm a fucking fisherman. What's a boat? I'm a carpenter. What's a hammer? I told her that right to her face. No, it scares my investors, she said. Fucking wow. You know, go sell another fucking book, Helen. Unfucking real. These fucking people will send her money left and fucking right. They'll send Greenpeace fucking money left and right. And then, but God forbid somebody send me any fucking money. And if they do, they get attacked by these fucking wolves. It's fucking unbelievable. So there's 300,000 children of the atomic veterans. They're all dying in their 40s and 50s. It's the same dynamics as the Marshallese. Exact, maybe even, well, it's worse. You know how many bombs in Nevada? You know, open air? Not to count the undergrounds, which they're still building. Obama did another underground test in 2012. I mean, look it up. What? Fuck Huffington Post didn't tell me that. Fuck CNN didn't tell me. Operation Fox News, oh, we're fucking worried about Benghazi, when it's cover up Fukushima. Here, Rover, go get the shiny fucking ball. Johnny got his gun when they're selling you the fucking gun. Go buy some fucking gold and call the Queen fucking, we gotta go back to gold standard. We gotta go back, when the Rothschilds, the Queen, and the Pope, the Holy Trilogy fucking invented the gold standard. So Russell starts Berkeley. Al Berkeley, the head of the fucking nuclear. How do they operate like that? $40,000 for a resident to go a fucking year. When I was a kid, it was free. How is that possible? It's a state-funded fucking public institution. Aaron Swartz. What the fuck? Completely captured. Fucking professor sit up, say, I'm a nuclear physicist. Ask Miko Kaku. Miko Kaku got a fellowship there. That's what they do. They find these brilliant young minds like fucking, like Harvard Law did, the channel through his grandmother and his mother, who were all, look, Barack's mom's grandma was CIA. So was his fucking mother. Look what so was his dad, the polygamist. Barack Obama's dad was a polygamist. No wonder he's got these ties here in fucking Utah with the Mormons. Look it up. Fucking nuts. This is not conspiracy. None of this is conspiracy. It's just facts. But you're so spun in the fucking dogma. Everybody's spun in their dogma to say, oh, this is conspiracy. Trump could fucking sit up there and just lie, and you suck it up. We need to deport the fucking natural isolation clause. What is children? What is he going to do? Deport his own fucking kids? And Hillary could sit and fucking lie like this. Fuck. Yeah, Bernie's a socialist. Oh, my God. Socialist, capitalist, fucking communist. You can't even spell it. I mean, it's so over the top, so outrageous. This fucking neo-feudalized system, which a military fucking beast, all the money's fueling. All the money. Hey, we need to pull them welfare fuckers off fucking welfare. Yeah, that's going to save us. That $11 a month is really going to help the country out. When they shipped all the jobs to fucking China, so they can use forced slaves, just like they report, Barack Obama signs a fucking bill that's going to stop forced labor. When you read through the bill, he signed a bill that's going to allow forced labor. That's what they do. They feed it through the Huffington Post. Hillary admits it. State-run media. They admit they did it to Fukushima. They admit they went after me. 444, she fucking, 4411, she fucking, in one of her emails, we have to go after social media figures that are fucking reporting fucking Fukushima correctly. For an email. There's only one guy fucking reporting Fukushima correctly, one guy on Earth. Kevin Blanch. That's it. Arrogance? No, that's just the fucking truth and the reality. Hello. Fucking wow. So, they start Berkeley. They get a fucking law passed in 1953, the whole Cold War. Them commies are going to get us, which they created the whole situation. You do know how they created it. I can dive way into how they created that. By not sharing the bomb with Stalin, absolutely. Churchill fucking played that game. Now remember, Churchill worked for Scotland Yard. It's Churchill's fucking job for years and years and years before he come to fucking, PM of fucking England. The Queen's bitch. He was already the Queen. His job was political operatives to tee them up and accuse them of false crimes they never committed. And so that's exactly what he did. He did that for fucking a lot of fucking years. He teed up a lot of fucking people that were totally innocent, sent them away down the fucking river forever. So that was his job. So Russell, they know this. The power structures and the Bushes fucking, Prescott's involved. Now everybody's involved now. They know that this fucking Einstein's involved, fucking the rat teller, Oppenheimer. Einstein and Oppenheimer are like, this is a fucking shakedown. This is a fraud. Teller talked him into writing that letter to FDR. The great fucking Masons, the arranged fucking marriage. Franklin Delano, the Delano girls. Franklin's dad was, 40 years fucking older, marries one of the most beautiful fucking richest women in the fucking world, arranged marriage on Balco. So, spent half their fucking lives here in Ogden, Utah. I'm going to write a whole book just about it. So, they know this. Well, Eleanor she's got a lot of power. Yeah, Teddy's niece. Franklin married his cousin, but yeah. The fucking Roosevelt fucking clans fighting, Skull and Bone versus fucking Masons, the fraction inside the Masons, oh boy. Anti-Mason party versus, oh boy, on Balco. So, Wallace, VP for 3 terms. Oh, that fucking socialist. How the fuck, right before Yalta by the Sea, the war's coming to the end. They all know the bomb exists. Everybody knows they got it. Everybody also knows that Russia also has. Russia lost 28 fucking million men in World War II. Russia did all the fucking work. Why do you think they got all the fucking spoils of war? United States got what? What? They got West Germany and fucking what? Japan. The 51st state. The only thing fucking Barry Antoinette propped up that and by the way, I love that everybody put him up on this stuff. Oh, he's so smart. He's the most intelligent man in the world. Here's a Nobel Peace Prize. Now think about the Nobel Peace Prize. Think about that shakedown scam, the fucking Swedes that are fucking all in on this together. The same old royal elites, the Swedes, the Japanese. Mussolini! How the fuck smart? He ended up, he's really he's not a very intelligent person. He really, now compared to Bush, well, fuck, come on. I mean, fuck. Anybody's intelligent compared to W. Bush. I mean, that guy's dumber than a fucking stick, but he was connected. The Bush crime family, the CIA. The CIA occupied the White House in 1980. How did they occupy the White House? They found that guy had Alzheimer's. That old Democrat who was most likely gay. Come on, Ronald Reagan was gay. I mean, not my words, his gay son's words. He had Alzheimer's so bad, and there's plenty of gay men that have wives, they call them beards, and have children. Fuck, it's very common here in the Mormon church, Hinckley. I mean, there you go again, CIA. Fuck, I mean, I knew him very personally. I knew President Hinckley really well. He's an organizer. I knew him I did a lot of work for him. He owned the car dealerships. He was really a great guy. I really loved him. He really was fucking nice to me. He's really good to me. And our families all knew each other. Somebody says, oh, well, fuck, maybe you're CIA blind. I says, yeah, I wish. Maybe I wouldn't be so fucking broke. I got blackballed at it in the Sonics a long time ago. That's where the term comes from, and that's a fact. Yet I'll save their fucking buildings. I restored all their works, yet they're rats. Mike Lee, fuck the Huntsman family are some of the most evil secret society fucking Mormon rats who ever walked the face. They're tied into the Supreme Court of Leto. This all ties together. And I can tie it all together. So they forced Wallace out right before the fucking end of the war's coming. How's that possible? They find it. Who? That fucking lunatic fucking Truman? And that crazy fucking psycho he's fucking married to and his fucking lunatic fucking mother-in-law? Fuck, the only one crazier than that was fucking, there only ever been one crazier female in the White House. We're going to get smart evil crazy, but I mean dumb evil crazy. Oh, that lunatic fucking married Abraham Lincoln. So, what the fuck? How's that possible? All orchestrated by the origination, the CIA just getting together. The CIA's happening. Russell, it's the Bush family. They're orchestrating this. How's that possible? Money and power through this fucking Harvard caliber, through the bomb. They know this bomb is going to be all the rage. So there's the fight. So at Yalta, when they're dividing up the world, you can look it up. There's Churchill, there's Stalin, there's FDR dividing up the world. Stalin and FDR starting to become friends. They had to work together to fucking beat the fucking, the Austrians, they're puppets. Come on, let's get real. Hitler was a fucking puppet. So the old Austrian-Hungarian Empire's fallen. Well, oh my God, what? Tellers from Budapest? Oh yeah. All the players are from the same old Austrian-Hungarian Empire. Marie Therese's fucking baby, Marie Antoinette. Here they go. It's fallen. The great fucking empire. The Roman Empire was not based in Rome. It was all roads lead to Vienna. It was based in Vienna. So, and Budapest, the great fucking empire had collapsed. Restructured. The power vacuum was being filled. We have to share the bomb with fucking Stalin, FDR. They got it. We're going to share it, Churchill. You're the odd man out. Fuck you, Churchill. You didn't do any work. Fuck, the royals are all gone. All the royals got killed. They fucking slaughtered a man, woman, fucking a child, down to anesthesia. Remember that crazy bitch faking that she was anesthesia in fucking Virginia for all those years? And then DA proves the fucking lying bitch was lying her whole fucking life. I mean, wow. They fucking whacked them all. Killed them all. Oh, they left the fucking one fucking bleeders, the fucking inbred cousins, were left fucking standing where? At the Vatican? No. At Buckingham Palace. Think about those ugly. I mean, you ever fucking sit and look at Prince Charles? Now think about it. Ties back to the Clintons. Remember, the Clinton. Now think about this. Hillary is a feminist. What? What? Ask Paula Jones. Ask fucking Lewinsky. Ask Jennifer Flowers. Now remember, Epstein had the porn fucking teenage girls fucking prostitution ring, which those girls still run that in New York. They're grown up now. They run it. Epstein's brothers run it. Epstein went to prison for a year. Look to the name of the list on that list. How come Derkowitz was on that list? Bill Clinton was on that fucking list? Oh, Prince fucking who was on that fucking list? What, these creeps are having sex with teenage girls? Well, proven in a courtroom in fucking Scottsdale, Arizona. He went to prison in Arizona. She's a feminist? Go ask Paula Jones if she's a feminist. Go ask fucking Monica Lewinsky if she's a fucking... By the way, I sent an email to the fucking sex museum in fucking Las Vegas. I want to do a fucking piece down there for one reason. They bought Monica Lewinsky's dress. I said, you realize how much that stain's worth? Come on, Bill Clinton. Let's get real who his real fucking daddy is. Run the fucking test. They laughed their ass off when I sent them an email. Run the DNA on that fucking stain. And, I'm not joking about... Yeah, if she's a fucking feminist, I'm a fucking astronaut. I'm fucking real. I mean, con men are all the rage. You flip your hair over... Isn't it a perfect metaphor? Instead of the hairspray, flip your hair, check it all in, and then claim you're all about this, one, everything, when you've fucking been bankrupt so many fucking... I mean, but wouldn't that be ignorant? Selfish people will elect ignorant, selfish leaders. George Carlin. On Balco. So, they divide up the world, you also by the sea. Fuck you, English royals. They convent the Atlantic Conference, which turned out to be the UN. Base it where? In Vienna? Back in the old fucking Roman Empire? Yep. I was there on the anniversary of the 200th anniversary of Waterloo at Freedom Eisenhower's house and at the UN. It's so important that I did that. So, they divide up the world. Nuclear, 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 nuclear. They know. So, FDR making all the fucking choices. He's got a conscious soul. Remember, that guy walked with braces. He knew what it felt to be fucking in pain. He knew what it felt to be under fucking, you can have all the money in the world. Start losing your fucking legs. His mother used to say those beautiful legs. Start losing your fucking legs, which, by the way, is probably nuclear did that to him. Indian Point on Balco, along nuts, and what's that? All these autoimmune deficiencies that nuclear industry has caused. Just like this woman comes out with this article and says, I'm debunking everything. These guys scripted Fukushima on this dead well. You know how much radiation takes to kill a dead well? You dumb. I mean, this is how ignorant they display the thing. That well starved to death. Why? Because big fish eat little fish. So let's see, class, the plankton died, the sardine dies, the anchovies fucking die, the starfish fucking die, the sea lion starved to death. There's no food, so you get all the way up to a well. He starved to death. Radiation killed? Absolutely. Indirectly? No, fucking directly. Killed this fucking food. You fucking kill your food chain, you're going to die. Fucking ignorant. This is how ignorant people are. So they divide up the world. Churchill's out. United States face Japan. They agree to share the bomb. Oppenheimer says, do not drop the fucking bomb on those people. You aren't fired bomb. They don't even know. This is a Shogun royal elite. Kill the emperor. Kill Hirohito. Kill Hirohito who's making all the calls. Him and these military fucking monsters. It's a small, teeny fucking club. They're slaughtering the Chinese for fucking years. They're slaughtering the Philippines. Teddy had got a Nobel Prize for settling the fucking fight in fucking Korea. Remember that? With the Russians, these same royal fucking inbreds fighting. Same royal families joined. The Swedes join in. Their royal family. The fucking Japanese, fucking the imperialistic fucks bloodlines, they all join in. Fucking Mussolini, it's the same old imperialistic fucks. The royals are all in together with Hitler's fucking handlers. They are Hitler's handlers. The royals, the trilogy, the Pope. Hello. They wipe them all out. They're gone. They're fucking done. It's over. Rosemary's Baby's no Rockefeller's Baby. It's over. It's done. What the fuck? April 12, 1945 comes across wire. FDR is dead. They knew he had a bad heart. Dr. Bruin had been telling everybody. They knew this. What? So not Wallace now? The peace guy? Einstein? Not Einstein? The peace guy? Not Oppenheimer? The peace guy? Oh, no. How did they pull it off? Oh, my God. They got rid of peace and went to hate and kill. Who? Edward Teller? Oh, no. Russell? Prescott Bush? The CIA is born. Took him a while because a guy named Eisenhower battled. He fought with them. You ain't getting in. You ain't getting in. Beware of the industrialized military combat. Boom, JFK blown away. What else do I have to say? Huh. Then the CIA crime family, Russell and Bush, occupy the White House. How's that possible? How did fucking Reagan name him VP? They didn't ask. They told. Nuclear. Russell. Teller, all the power. So they don't share the bomb. They make the decision. Prescott's fucking Bush, and the boys make the decision. Fuck them Russians. FDR's like, are you fucking crazy? You know what you're going to fucking create if you don't share it with the fucking Russians? They did all the fucking work, yeah, but they've lost all their men. We got them on the ropes. Let's just slaughter them. Let's just fucking destroy them. You don't share that bomb, you open a Pandora's box from hell that will never go away. That was fucking Oppenheimer. That was Einstein. After he wrote the letter, Teller tricking. He said his worst mistake he ever was writing that letter. They didn't share it. He says, drop a scare bomb, Oppenheimer says. Fucking kill the fucking emperor. What? They let the emperor. How can that for the Bataan Death March is one of the most evil men who ever walked the face of the earth, the fucking Japanese royal family? What? Yoko Ono's related to that family? What? John Lennon blown away? What? The CIA occupies the fucking White House in 1980? The Bush fucking CIA? First thing they do? Hinckley? Yep, right here, Ogden, Utah. Oh, yeah. The Bush's fucking business partner shot Reagan, and he's out of prison? What? Yep, look it up. The peace activist, the greatest peace activist in human history? John Lennon? Who? The woman who broke up the fucking Beatles? The fucking woman who stopped is she's related to the Japanese? Yep, look it up. Yoko's all the rage in the museums. I call it neo-anti-Yoko Dadaism. I invented that. That's mine. The artist Kevin Blanch. The artist Blanch. Avant-garde. Tomato, Snowden. Same old Samo. Fucking. They don't share the bomb. Andrei Sakharov. That's the guy who's in charge of the bomb over there. Oh, yeah, those motherfuckers want a Cold War? Oh, they're mad now. Stalin's first words, what did fucking Churchill use to poison him with? The Queen. She's back! He knew it. Atlantic Conference, remember? No royals. They get a law passed through the fucking... The IAEA was an addendum fucking attached later. International time, they've hijacked the whole UN, by the way. They have veto power. They fucking manipulated all that. Right from the horse's mouth, when I'm in Vienna, told me that he told me how they orchestrated the fucking lie of Chernobyl. He says they did all the work. The UN paid for all the work, did all the work, and it was many, many millions that number. They just simply, one guy just changed the decimal. They have the power. The IAEA has the power, veto power. So they have all the money. Then we have Price-Anderson, written inside the United States Constitution. You pay for nuclear power plants, and then you're paid like Plowshares, like ICANN, like Helen Caldecott. All these people are paid to say, well, we're anti-nuclear bomb, but we like nuclear energy. We're not oh, I took care of that. But trust me, there's a method behind my fucking madness. For David Reach, I'm going to take these fuckers down. They didn't share the bomb. The Tsar bomb, 100 megatons. He dropped it to 50 megatons. They recorded it. Now, this is really, real important. I'm going to do a video right now on it, and I'll put it up today. Really important stuff. As you know, when Chernobyl happened, it was in Norway. By the way, the Norwegians are fantastic people, and always have been. Very logical. They saved the Danes from being, from the Swedes. They're incredible, logical, brilliant. They're amazing. I'll post this incredible link. He says we are the last free people on Earth. So they're conscious about their food chain in Europe. Very conscious. They don't let fucking American shit in. They don't let GMO shit in. They don't let irradiated shit in. They don't let any American be nothing. They don't let our dairy in. They're poisonous. As this Berkeley professor gathered all the milk, and it was Tom Vilsack, the United States Secretary, he needs to go to prison, who fucking told him stand down and hid all those fucking data to this professor. He almost got fired over it. He probably is fired by now. So they start detecting from Chernobyl, just like they did the Tsar bomb in that part of the world. They start reporting it. Andrei Sakharov won a real Nobel Prize, and was rightfully so. Back when there was a time when they actually gave the right people Nobel Prize. They don't now. I mean, it's a captured club. So the reindeer in Norway, these are the last truly indigenous people of the region. He called himself the last free people on earth. So they tested in the reindeer. Reindeer meat's a very big part of the culture in Norway and thing, and they sell their reindeer meat, part of their herd off every year. That's how they live. Well, Norway's not about that, and Norway's actually got an addendum where they let a little bit more radiation in those reindeer because they know that's how all those people live. So after Chernobyl, they lit up. It was them who reported the live Chernobyl, and the Western media, the propaganda machine through the IA, NBC, nuclear, the United States, militarism, nuclearism, took the field and would not fucking report it. Get this. This is big time story. They test the fuck out of those reindeer. They won't let them in that food market. They protect their food market. So it's slightly been declining over the last 30 years, because we're going on 30 years. 2014, all of a sudden it spikes, and I don't mean a little bit of spike, massive spikes, 7 times what they allow in. What the fuck? What is this? Continue to spike 2015. They're like, something fucking contaminated Norway in 2014. 2013 numbers are low, and they're very good at it, and they're very sophisticated about their fucking testing. There's not no bullshit testing. What the fuck? And this beautiful report, I'm going to tag, this is the best piece of journalism I've seen fucking in a long. It's brilliant. This photographer is brilliant. This fucking, wait till you see this site. I'll put it in my video that I'm going to do today. I'll put it this afternoon. So I reported in 2014 that they had blown up a militia dump in the Ukraine. The United States military, you can look it up, is already there. There's proxy, not even a proxy war. There's a full-blown out war going in Ukraine. Nuclear war. Fought by the United States and Russia. The Royals and their chess game are fucking battling. I reported that the United States blew up a fucking militia dump. Now, did Putin blow it up? Well, he may have blown up another one, his people. But the bottom line, there's at least 2 of them that blown up. We recorded it. Freelancers threw it up. It looked like a mushroom cloud to me. You know, the video cloud, that was in 2014. Now, we think that there was probably another one maybe in 2013. Now, this is heavy radiation that's in these reindeer now that spiked 2014. Where did it come from? It came from somewhere. That's where I think it came from. Now, he, in his thing, this guy is a brilliant indigenous man, and the old guy is head of the whole society, or the reindeer, calls himself the last free society on Earth, says nuclear energy is a disaster, it's a fucking joke, and if Fukushima doesn't prove it. Now, was it from Fukushima in 2014? Possible. I think it came from the Ukraine. I think they had a major nuclear accident over there that got unreported. You know, we freelanced. It's very real. It's very real. It's a big deal. Now, the 3 restartups in Japan, the experimental, Cal Berkeley runs this. All it is a big fucking high school science fucking project gone with trillions and trillions of dollars they get from you, the taxpayer, just to slaughter the world and just play fucking games and do nothing. The weapons designers at fucking Livermore make $1.5 million a year contract. Ask Dr. Scheer. Robert Scheer is still alive. He teaches USC. He's a walking, talking encyclopedia on this. Go have a conversation with Dr. Robert Scheer. He's a genius. Or Gustafson. Gustafson, fucking that genius. They're geniuses. By the way, at the Helen College a year ago today, you should have seen the argument and the fight they had a year ago today. Helen cropped it out of her thing. Those 2 went at it. It was the most brilliant 2 fucking academia, brilliant geniuses going at it I think I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot. I sat in Dr. Cooley's fucking class. I sat in Dr. fucking John Goff's fucking classroom. I spent a lot of these classrooms when I was a boy. I listened to Stegner rant. I listened to a lot of these guys fucking rant as a boy. I've never seen nothing like it. Tell her the evil fucking Hungarian rat that he was. They played fucking Reagan like a thing. How? Skull and Bones. They own the fucking film. CIA, which it's all the CIA now. It's where they found Barack Obama. Harvard Law. Now, Sheila, this is a big important. Her husband, Survey Monkey, who went to Harvard Law again. Now think about it. The NSA's all run out of there. We know that. He ends up dead in fucking Trotsky to the head in Mexico. Look it up. Look who he's married to. Four Seasons comes out and says he was never there. Should be the biggest. Media won't touch that? Why? Oh, she's a feminist. She killed her husband. She's a feminist. Well, she's more feminist than Hillary. Maybe she is. Oh, fuck. It's unbelievable. Blocky is fucking wide up is down. You're hypnotized. America is going. America, gone. Hasta la vista, baby. New calendar, 3/11.
All hands on deck. All hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical.